Here at LT3, the par 5, where you need to be as close to the water as possible without falling and losing a shot there. So take the time to properly set up and think about the pull you'll need to make for your shot to fall. I mean, if we can make drops with many of the clubs we have, we can also set up and figure out the pull we need to be right where we want to be in the fairway. So right now I'm using the flat numbers for Fusion. It gives me a 2-7 pull. And I take the time to line up properly. And I'm going to pull down the water, so I'm going to adjust. So 2, 4, I'd say I pulled, right? Not 2-7-1 because I was pulling down. I'm using an 11% power ball here because I know the second shot's going to be pretty tough still to get the pull in, even if it's the front pin. So we got something to work with. Into a headwind, I really like Hellfire, but for this shot I'm not sure. So it's a 3.5 elevation, perhaps 4, maybe 4.5. You don't have to be exact about it, you just need a ballpark, because the change between the different. So here I'm taking my read from ring to pin. It's an 8. So 4 elevation and 8.1 ring to pin. Here I put the wind in and it's coming from 11.8. Time to set up. See, like obviously Hellfire into headwind, you pretty much have to put a tracer tip right into the hole. So you know roughly where to set up with most clubs in different situations. Obviously with experience you get more comfortable with it. So taking a look at it. So what's my shot view? About 3, maybe more. 4.1. Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, it's 4.1. So now I'm gonna adjust for the rollout, which is a little bit less because that wind is coming strong and you want to be a bit closer than you'd be usually. First off, that green is back to front for the slope, and there's going to be some secondary wind kicking that ball back, so you want to take that into account, obviously. And now I'm using side wind to slightly adjust for that secondary wind. I want to be just a tad bit off. I guess I'm still focusing on being as straight as possible. I think I was pretty straight, but So now I'm feeling I'm right at the hole. I'm checking from behind. And then I'll adjust for secondary wind. This looks pretty good. Ball's going left, ball going right. It's a very tough hole, very hard to make. You want to take your time and line up properly. What's that bounce there? Is there a hot spot right in front? Yeah, seems like it. All right. Just a tiny bit of offset. Now I'm going into my pull. It's 279, so call it 28. Fairly flat. I don't see the need for an adjustment there. So a tiny bit of adjustment, playing much closer to the hole that I would normally, and a tiny bit off for the secondary wind. 2-8 pull, so I set up at 1.8 rings. And I pull fully across for a 2.8 pull. And it's time to watch the magic happen.